Hi, welcome back to another video. Today's is sponsored by Pandahall. Pandahall had me pick out a few items, so let's go through them and see what I got. The first item I got was this super thick silicone mat. Any resiner knows how valuable silicone mats can be, and this one is super thick and durable. It's 3 millimeters thick. It isn't as wide as my previous mat, but I think the durability will more than make up for it. Next is this cute heart-shaped mold. I've seen a lot of crafters use these to make pocket hugs. I thought I would give it a try and see how fun it is to work with. Next up, I got a 3-pack of these skull-shaped planter molds. I don't know if you can tell from the outside of the mold, but he's covering his eyes with his bony little hands. Next up is a 2-pack of strawberry-shaped lidded jar molds. I've seen these molds around for a while, and being a strawberry lover myself, I've been eager to try them. They seem really well made. I can't imagine they're going to be fun to demold, though. Next up is this collection of really cute plant tag molds. This one is a 4-pack. I've noticed that many of Pandahall's molds come as a multi-pack. For the price, it's often a really great value. I really love this mold, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use. This one is a set of Nordic Rune molds. This one comes with 3 molds in a set. Each of the runes has some neat looking decorative accents. Also, the mold is shallow enough I might be able to use it with UV resin. It was really hard to decide which mold to craft with today, but I landed on the skull mold. I'll be using Brea Reese mixed to mold ceramic resin for this today. This ceramic resin just uses water and casting powder. I'm going to speed through the mixing process as it's rather boring. By the way, I traded out my silicone whisk for an old metal one, and it seems to mix together a lot easier. So if you're having trouble with your silicone whisk kind of grabbing as you try to mix, maybe try switching to a metal whisk and see how it suits you. Now I'm hoping to achieve sort of a bone color here, so I'm using water-based pigment in orange and black to hopefully achieve the color that I want. This is getting there, I think, but to get it a little closer, I'm going to add some yellow. Yep, the yellow helped. I think that's just about perfect. I'm only going to add a little bit of resin to the mold to begin with, so I can squeeze out some air bubbles that could be trapped along the bottom. Now I'll add a little bit more and repeat the process because I think his bony little fingers may trap bubbles. Whoops, I squeezed a little bit of resin out when I was trying to squeeze that bubble out, but I'll just use a silicone tool to get it out instead. Okay, I'll leave this for a few hours to cure. Alright, let's demold and see how it looks. Oh, thank goodness, this one seems to demold really easily. With osteoarthritis, demolding is often one of the tasks that I dread the most. It's always a blessing when something demolds really easily. I love the detail on this, and I think the color turned out really nice. Now, because this piece has a lot of detail and because it's so pale, I thought I would do maybe a color wash on it and really highlight some of those details. I'm using this acrylic paint by Apple Barrel in Territorial Beige. All I'm doing is putting a little bit of the acrylic paint into this cup, and then I'm going to water it down. I want our little skull planter to look freshly unearthed. I'm not really going for grimy and gross here, maybe closer to Halloween. I want this one to look more like an archaeological find. Okay, I'm just dipping a folded paper towel into my water and paint mixture, and I'm just going to drench the pot in the mixture. I'm especially trying to make sure that the paint mixture gets down between the fingers. I've noticed the piece is taking paint a little bit less where it was still saturated from water from being in the mold. But I intend to do another coat later, so hopefully it'll dry out a little bit between those times. Okay, now I'm going over it with a clean dry paper towel to take some of the paint mixture off of the protruding areas. That doesn't look too bad, but I certainly made a mess. Okay, there's the first coat. What do you think so far? Okay, I left it alone to dry out a little bit more for about a day, really. I've decided that I want the color wash to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to add some of this burnt umber acrylic paint to my water mixture. Okay, maybe that's dark enough. Let's try that. Okay, same scenario as before. Folded up paper towel, dipped into the water mixture, and slathered all over the pot. Oh yeah, I'm liking this darker color already. So the top part of the skull still doesn't want to take the paint mixture as well. I was really hoping that giving it an extra day to dry out would have helped, but I suppose not. It's okay though, the ombre effect is honestly not displeasing. Okay, now I'm going back in with a clean paper towel as before and just wiping off some of the excess water mixture. Okay, yeah, darkening the water mixture really helped, I think. This is far more like what I was going for. Okay, I'm going to leave that to fully dry out. So I was debating it for a while, and my mother suggested that I make this into a candle instead of a planter. To do that, first I'll need to glue the wick in. So I just have a glue stick here that I'm just warming up with my torch. And then I'll smear a little bit of the hot glue onto the bottom of the wick and adhere it into the pot. It seemed really unnecessary to break out the entire glue gun for such a small and simple project. I melted some soy wax on my stove, and I'm just adding a little bit of this Pearl X mica powder to tint it. Now granted, this is my first time making a candle, and I'm not sure how these mica powders tint, but I saw it recommended in a book, so I thought I would try it. Well, it's certainly lovely in the melted wax. When I picked up the wax at my craft store, I also found this scent that is coconut, sandalwood, and amber. Personally, I really like gourmand and woodsy scents, so I thought this would be up my alley, but honestly, it has a bit of a soapy smell that I didn't expect. The best way I know to describe it is imagine a wonderful, delicious chai latte and then add soap to it. It's definitely strange and unexpected, but it's not horrible. Anyway, I added 10-ish drops to it, I guess. I'm honestly not sure if that was too much or not enough, but I guess we'll find out. Now I'll just pour it into the pot. I had a little bit of extra wax left after pouring it into the pot, so I guess I'm going to make a few wax melts. It seems a shame to waste it. Okay, I'll leave these to cool off entirely. Okay, everything's all cool, so I'm going to pop out my little wax melts first. I've very clearly lost the shimmer of the mica powder, but that's okay, I guess. I wonder why it recommended mica powder if it wasn't going to keep its shine, though. That's so odd. I saw these sticks online that help hold your wick upright and centered, and I said I can make that. So I got a popsicle stick and just drilled a hole in the middle of it with my Dremel tool. Okay, now I'll trim the wick to about 1/4 inch or 6 millimeters. My very first candle. Not bad. What do you think? I was a little pensive about trying it, but honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm rather pleased with the weathering effect as well. I think I might have to revisit this technique in the future. Special thanks to Pandahall for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much for watching.